Hey, what is going on guys? You're here from Maji and Jay. Today in this video, we're going to be checking out here the brand new Ulefone Armor 6E that I got from Amazon with the Prime service. And this is the first rugged device in the world to carry the Helio P70 in 2019. And that's why I am super hyped up about this device. It is actually my first with the Helio P70 processor. And I heard that, well, this particular processor by MediaTek is absolutely insane. And second, this one now comes with Android Pie 9.0. I did unbox and review the Ulefone Armor 6, the regular one, but it had the Helio P60 processor. And second, it had Android 8.1. So this one also carries wireless charging, something that we didn't have before. So for those three reasons, I am super hyped up. I'm not sure if the cameras have improved, but that's why we're going to do the unboxing and then the review and check out and see if this thing is really worth it. So again, I got it from Amazon for $250, and that was after a coupon that they have available right now, but I'm not sure for how long it's going to last. Anyways, this time the difference is, at least for the Amazon version, is that they included this cover for it. And when we remove this, we're going to find here the letter E. Again, I'm assuming it stands for Elite. So other than that, the box is almost identical to the previous one that I unboxed and reviewed again about 5 months ago. So here we can see that it is IP68 certified and IP69K certified. It is basically dust proof, shock proof, and waterproof as well. On the back side here, we have some of the quick specifications. Again, it comes now with a Helio P70 Octa-core processor. Now we have 4 GB of RAM, which is a little bit of a bummer because before with the previous version we had 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage, but that has changed. Now we have 64 and 4 GB of RAM, which is a little bit low for 2019, but it's still, they have optimized it quite well. And honestly guys, I've been testing this device now for over a week, using it as my primary device, and I'm super impressed. So it comes with face unlock, it has fingerprint scanning as well. Now here they are claiming that it has dual rear cameras, but in reality it's only one camera. It's going to be a 16 megapixel shooter. And here we have a 6.2 inch display, full HD, 403 ppi. So here we have the resolution. Now it comes again with wireless charge, and it is the quick charge 3.0 as well. It has a 5000 milliamp battery and Android Pie 9.0. So anyways, let's go ahead and check and see what comes inside. Here we have the device. I just repacked everything so that it looks like a true unboxing, but again, I've been using the device now for about a week, and I do have my SIM card installed in it. So here we have the phone. It's identical to the 6. I would say is the same body, same camera design, everything is exactly the same. So setting this aside real quick, inside here we have the SIM opener tool. This time it came with a screen protector. We have a warranty card. We have the user manuals. We have a charging instruction manual, which is kind of weird. I've never seen anything like it. You have some QR codes for giveaways and whatnot. I just dropped that. Anyways, this time here we have the US fast charger, something that I've been looking forward to for quite a long time. So here we have the charger itself. It doesn't have any specifications on it, so I would just have to test it. Honestly, I've been using my own charger, or actually here are the specifications. So yes, it is a fast charger, and there we can see it on the very top as well. And here we have some adapters. We have an OTG adapter. Okay, this is the first one we find here. Very nice. Then we have the regular USB cable. This is USB Type-C. We have an adapter for the headphone jack. And then finally here we have the little pry tool to open the flaps. I can barely get it out, but you guys get the idea. There it is. And that's all we get here inside of the box. And now that we completed the unboxing portion of the video, let's go ahead and jump here into the physical aspects of the Armor 6E. And again, it is very similar, if not identical, to the first Armor 6 that I had about 5 months ago. On the right side here, we have the volume rockers up and down with the metallic frame, the power key. On the left hand side here, we have the flap, where underneath is going to be the SIM tray as well as the TF card tray, again with another piece of metal right here. This is a combination of metal and also rubber. On the top here, we can see the certification for IP68. On the bottom here, we have the flap for USB Type-C. Underneath, it's going to be the port itself. And then here we have the microphone. On the back side here, we have a single speaker, which is located on the bottom side of the phone. We have the Ulefone logo, the fingerprint scanner, and now in this case they are simulating to have dual cameras, guys, but honestly I did a lot of testings and I found out that this is just a dummy camera, or maybe it hasn't been activated via software yet, but I put my finger on it, I did a whole bunch of things and it didn't make a difference, so I'm assuming this is just a dummy camera right here. We have the secondary microphone, and this is a UV sensor. I guess it helps a little bit with the photo quality. We're going to be testing that in just a second. So anyways, getting this started right here, the only difference that we're going to find on the boot animation is the fact that it has the E on there, but other than that it is identical to what we saw before. So in the front here we have the 6.2-inch display. It has a resolution of 2260 by 1080 and 403 ppi, which is really cool. On the top here we have the notch, and unfortunately if you guys don't like the notch, I'm assuming that this phone would not be for you. But me personally, I come from the iPhone 10. I used it for about 7 months approximately, and honestly, even though I have the Galaxy S10, I used this device now for about 3 days and the notch didn't bother me a bit. So anyways, here again we have the camera in megapixels, we have the ear speaker, a notification LED light, then we find the sensors on the upper right hand side corner, and here we have again the symbol that I am connected with AT&T, as I mentioned to you guys before, and I am getting 4G LTE connectivity. So one of the first things here that I want to do is test the fingerprint scanner. That way you guys can see that it has the same responsiveness as before. I mean, it is almost immediate, guys. Sometimes if I misplace the finger a little bit towards the left or right, it might misread it, but most of the time I get it correctly because you can actually feel it when you place your finger on the back side here. There we go. You can feel it, and again, it's really comfortable to the hand. It becomes almost natural. As you can see, I would say I don't have big hands and I don't have small hands. So again, for me, it's really, really easy. Another thing we have here is face recognition. As you saw from the Armor 6, it is exactly the same. It works absolutely incredible. Now, something I noticed about this display is that the brightness on it is a lot better than on the regular Armor 6 for some reason, guys. I had sunglasses, I had this thing under the sun, and I can see it a lot better than I do on my Samsung Galaxy S10. It is really hard to say, and it actually hurts because the Galaxy S10 is what, almost $1,100 in total, and this one is only $250, and I like the display on this one way better than I do on my S10. So anyways, here, like always, I have downloaded a couple of applications, but the first thing I want to show you here is that now we have the Android Pie 9.0. Let's go here into system. Here we have it, guys, 9.0. So again, this is really cool. Going back here, I went ahead and completed the Antutu Benchmark just for reference purposes, and I got about 20 to 30,000 more than I did with the regular Armor 6. So there's definitely an improvement here. If you go into my device, here we can see that now it is called the MTK6771V. So the V makes the difference because on the Helio P70 it is also called MTK6771, but it doesn't have the V on there. For the GPU, we have the Mali G72, and on the resolution, I made a little mistake. I said 2280, but it's 2246 by 1080. It is a 19 by 9 screen as well, which is really cool. And here we have the remaining of the information. Again, 403 ppi, as I mentioned before. So here we got the score on this device. It was 142,000. So that's quite acceptable. I mean, it's not in the flagship zone, but it still is a very nice, well optimized device all the way around. So here, when it comes to the camera, I went ahead and tested it on the road just to see if the electronic image stabilization was working. And as you guys can tell, it still looks a little bit jumpy. It looks kind of funny. It definitely looks like an electronic image stabilization, but it does the job quite well. For the most part, the colors have improved, the focus has improved, and the overall clarity of the photo has done a lot better than on the regular Armor 6. So I would say that at least on the rear facing camera, it has improved, but again, it's only a single camera and not a dual camera like they were claiming before. So anyways, here we have the front facing camera. It has face recognition and it's able to record in 1080p as well. And as you guys can tell, it looks like a very good quality camera, and that's because it is, guys. So I didn't provide a specifics or a video sample for this particular camera, but just take my word for it. This 8 megapixel sensor is definitely doing its job very well. Now the next testing I want to do here on the Armor 6E has to do with the loudspeaker. It is exactly the same as before, guys, where, well, being located here on the back side to me is kind of a problem because of the fact that, well, the sound has been transmitted towards the back and not towards you. I'll be explaining here in just a second exactly what I mean. I'm going to be playing here this video, which is about the Lte M18, and you guys be the judge. What is going on, everybody? This is Jay here from Maji and Jay. Today we're going to be checking out something that really blew my mind in terms of quality versus price, and this is called the Lte LCD 1080p native resolution projector. And let me tell you guys, as you guys can clearly hear, every time I place my hand on the back side of the phone, the sound is a lot better. Maybe implementing the speaker on the bottom side of the phone with stereo speaker capabilities would have made this absolutely perfect, guys, when it came to sound. So for that reason, I mean, I'm not quite satisfied with the loudspeaker, to be honest with you. But now when it comes to the ear speaker, making phone calls is great, especially since this phone is supporting HD voice, as you can tell right there from the upper left hand side corner. Not only that, but this phone is also supporting LTE connectivity. If we go here into speed test, we can see it right there, guys. LTE connectivity. I know now we have 5G in certain areas with Verizon and some other carriers, but so far this device is doing quite well when it comes to call handling. Another great aspect about this device, as I mentioned before, versus the regular 6 is the fact that now we have wireless charging, and it still has the NFC capabilities, so I'm able to use it with Android Pay. And this is something that I use quite often on my Samsung Galaxy S10. So to be honest with you guys, at first I missed my Samsung Galaxy S10 at the beginning when I used it for the first day, but that's because I didn't have my emails on here, I didn't have my accounts, so I was having a hard time you know, just accessing all my regular stuff, and I felt like I missed the Samsung Galaxy S10, which is an $1,100 phone. But then after I installed everything that I used the most and I charged the device and I saw that the battery was handling so well, honestly, I didn't feel like I missed my Samsung Galaxy S10 a bit, guys. And this is true honesty right here. I'm not trying to sell you this device. I mean, if you do buy this phone, you're getting it through Amazon, and you can check it for yourself and you will see exactly what I'm telling you, guys. I come from a flagship device, and this phone is really handling well. I love the brightness on the display. It's way better than on my Samsung Galaxy S10. So here what I'm trying to say, guys, is that, well, for a fraction of the price, $250, you're getting something that is getting shipped fast. It works well. It has a very powerful processor, which is the fastest so far from MediaTek. It has decent RAM, decent memory, in which you can also upgrade, and it has a rugged body. So this is also intended for those people who tend to drop phones or break them. This thing will sustain quite well, and it is IP68 certified, it is dust proof, it is shock proof, and pretty much everything proof. With this being said, guys, let me know what you think about the Armor 6E on the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.